Hey guys, Post here. Welcome back to another Pokemon Master video, and today we're actually going to talk about the Lance banner a bit more, and also discuss the Cynthia banner and some, I guess, implications of these banners and what it kind of means to the game as a whole. Because Lance and Cynthia banners, they're different from the regular banners we've gotten, if you haven't already noticed. First of all, the biggest difference when you compare it to the other banners is there are balloons behind this banner. And that's very significant because that means it's a Pokey Fair Scout. Okay. The balloons are real, right? Well, obviously. Well, they're not. They're virtual, but you get my point. But balloons means it's like a Pokey Fair Scout. And Pokey Fair Scouts, they're different just because of their names are different. Like, these are called seasonal scouts, first time we've gotten them, right? And this is just Spotlight Scout. So these are different from Spotlight Scouts, which are the scouts, the banners that we've been used to having, right? Ever since the beginning with the first Spotlight Scout banner, which is blue, right? And then afterwards, I can't remember who's after blue. Was it Chikorita? I don't know. But you guys get the point. Basically, we got three types of banners so far. Well, I would say four. Four types of banners. So we got the Spotlight Scouts, like the Grimsley banner. These are usually just the ones, when they introduce a new character. And then Seasonal Scouts, these are new. These are just, time limited for the season, right? You're getting Christmas Rosa and Christmas Seabold or holiday, I guess, during the holidays. And then there's also the Pokey Fair Scout, which has the balloons on the background. And there's also the other scout that some of you guys might have forgotten, but there was like a type scout, like there was like a typing scout. I can't remember the specific name, but you guys remember like back in October, I want to say, back in October or September, they had like a banner with increased rates for flying and fighting type sync pairs, which was kind of weird because, well, at the time, well, still even, well, not still because we have Delibird now, but at the time, like the only flying / fighting 5-star was like Blue and Pidgeot, so that was whatever. But yeah, so far we've seen these four types of banners, and their characteristics is the regular Spotlight Scout is just you have a 2% rate for the Spotlight sync pair, and then everyone else is just the same shared rates with a 7% total 5-star rate on them. And the featured sync pair that will be featured on this banner will be added to like the general 5-star pool afterwards. So even when this banner goes away, this character will still be scoutable in future banners, right? And all the future banners, but just at a lower rate. And then the Seasonal Scout, these are sync pairs that do not show up in future banners. If you check Lance's banner, right, they're not in there, the Holiday, Rosa, and Seabold, even though they came out before Lance, but they will come out when the holidays roll back around, when Seasonal Scouts come back around, which I would assume would be somewhere around next Christmas, right, next December, right. And then now we also have the new Pokey Fair Scout, and this one's interesting. So this, you have the balloons in the back again, but you also have 10% for 5 stars, which is obviously slightly higher. That's 3% higher, right? So that's like what, 30% higher or more. I didn't actually do the math. It's just like approximation. But it much higher rates, 3% more, and then or not even 40 something percent. It doesn't matter. It's 3% higher, and you have all your regular 5 stars that are in the general pool, but you don't have the Seasonal Scouts in this banner, and you also have for the Poke Fair exclusives, and these do seem like exclusives, right? So if you go ahead and check the news on the banner, it does make it seem like the Poke Fair, the difference between the Poke Fair Scout and like a regular banner, a Spotlight Scout, is, aside from the increased rates on the 5 stars, if we read the language here, they say newly released 5-star Lance and Dragonite are being featured in the limited time Pokefair Scout. 5-star sync pairs have a 10% chance of appearing in the Pokefair Scout. Featured sync pairs have a higher rate of appearing than non-featured 5-star sync pairs. Don't miss your chance to team up with fair exclusive sync pair. Where was that language at? Let's see. Oh, it's down here in important. 5-star Lance and Dragonite are fair exclusive sync pair. They're a fair exclusive sync pair. So they only show up on Pokefairs. And from what it seems like, and we'll just keep on reading first. Fair exclusive sync pairs are sync pairs that will appear for a limited time during this Pokefair Scout. There's a possibility they will appear outside of this Pokefair Scout in the future. So look at this line. They said there is a possibility of them appearing outside of this Pokefair Scout in the future, which means very likely they will not appear on a majority of other banners. So the language over here makes it seem like it's going to be on this banner featured, and then on future banners they will not feature it unless like it comes back on some kind of other special banner, which I would assume would be a Pokefair banner. So this is actually very similar to, I guess, if we were to compare any concepts, I guess it's actually kind of similar to Dokkan Battle's summoning system. Just let me open up this game real quick. So for those of you who've never played this game before, and it's fine if you haven't. It's one of the more popular and more, I guess, more successful gacha games in the past. And I just wasted some sand on, but that's fine. One of the more successful gacha games in the past few years, right? So what they have is they have certain units that are Dokkan Fest exclusive. Stuff like, this guy, these guys are all exclusive to Dokkan festivals, which are, I guess, sort of the equivalent. It seems like the equivalent of Pokefairs. And then these guys do not appear on your regular banners. Like these guys, well, not these guys, but these guys don't appear on regular banners. They're not in the general. These are called SSRs, which I guess is the equivalent, I guess, kind of to 5 stars. So they do not appear in your other regular banners. So, if we find like a regular banner somewhere down here, like none of those characters are ever in these banners. Like they're not in the general SSRs or SSR pool. They're just your run-the-mill or no, they're not your run-the-mill, general SSRs. They only appear in certain scenarios on Dokkan on Dokkan Festival exclusive banners, and they do not appear on every one of those banners as well. Like sometimes it takes a while for a unit to reappear back on a banner. Like for example, and again, I can only use Dokkan Battle as an example since I guess it's more generally known, and they had this experience before. Like there's this character Tech Hit, and so it first released on Global Dokkan Battle on Christmas, and it took them a year for him to come back to Global. I think he came back early December this year, even though he got released last year around Christmas time. And he's not like some kind of seasonal scout, right? He's not like a seasonal character. He's just a regular like Pokefair sort of like character, right? So I'm not saying Lance will take that long to come back because again, we do not have that many Pokefair exclusive characters. The reason why, I guess one of the reasons why, and this is speculation, right, that Hit didn't come back in such a long time to Global Dokkan Battle is probably due to the sheer amount of Dokkan Festival exclusive characters that have been that are in the game. Since this game's been around Dokkan Battle's been around for 4 or 5 years, right? 4 years, right? Just had their 4-year anniversary lately, and JP is about to have their 5th year anniversary, like around in under a month, right? So for them, they've already had a lot of these characters, and it takes them a while to come back. And that's why it takes them a while to come back. But again, I'm not saying that's going to happen for Lance because in comparison, this game is still young. There aren't that many Pokefair exclusive characters yet. The only 2 that we have in the game is Lance and Cynthia, which Cynthia's not even out yet. Cynthia's out on the 1st, which is a few more days, right? 3 days or something. So this Cynthia's not even out yet, but these two are the Pokefair exclusive characters. I do not expect Lance to be on Cynthia's banner, although this is not confirmed. But if this is the case, if this is what they're doing with these scouts, these banners, then Lance probably wouldn't be on Cynthia's banner. So just keep that in mind. So what is the, message here after this whole long spiel talk about these banners is, if you want Lance, if you want Cynthia, you probably should spend your gems on these banners to try and get them, because they might not come back for a while. So like the Ethan banner, the Leaf banner, those are, to my knowledge, those are Spotlight Scouts. And their banners, also, if this is the case, right, those banners probably will not have Lance or Cynthia on their banner as well. So again, they're not Pokefair banners, so it doesn't mean... So it basically means Pokefair exclusive characters will not appear on those. And I'm not saying that Pokefair exclusive characters will appear on every single Pokefair banner or scout, right? It's just a possibility they will appear. So again, that totally depends on when DNA wants to put them on those banners. So again, if you guys want these characters, better get them now, or who knows when they'll come back. But also, just for reassurance, I personally don't think it'll take them too long to bring Lance back. Remember, our 6-month anniversary is coming up. On their I would assume we'll have some new Pokefair banners during the 6-month anniversary, if they throw in Red or Steven or whatever, right? And that would be a good time, I would say, to maybe get Lance and Cynthia back on the banner. Potentially, if they do like some kind of combination of two of either Red or Steven or Dianthea. Those are just my guesses, speculations for the banners. They do like two of those, and then they'll have Lance on one banner and potentially Cynthia on the other banner or whatever, right? So again, that's I guess my whole spiel about these Pokefair exclusives. I thought just to clear up some confusion, because I initially thought that these would appear on future banners as well in my initial breakdown videos, and that apparently is not going to be the case. So again, just make sure if you want these characters, either get them now or have the mental preparation for them to take a while to come back. With that being said, let's do a single on Lance's banner. Hopefully you get Lance. If we don't, then, well, that's 300 gems. But anyways, again, hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below if you guys are a fan of this system or whatever. But again, there are upsides to Pokefairs. They do have increased rates for 5 stars, even though I'm not personally experiencing them right now. But yeah, they do have increased rates, but the characters don't come back until, well, DNA wants them to come back. So anyways, again, let me know in the comments down below. Like and enjoy this video, subscribe to your channel for some more Pokemon Masters content, and I'll see you guys in the next one.